Welcome to the making of a DM. Overwhelmed, frustrated, stressed, lost your vision, not sure what to do next? Today's show, I'm going to share with you exactly the steps to take to regain control and take over the game of life. So with that said, let's get started.
I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it. To discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker. But I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker.
Hey there, it's your boy Mark Evans, DM. Welcome to another Making of the DM podcast show. Sitting here in the office, I got my feet kicked up. I got a cigar lit, looking out into the warehouse gym area. The Hummer looks amazing against that flag wall. Big American flag back there. The wall's painted by this amazing artist here in Cleveland, Ohio. I don't come in here often, but I need to come in here more. Got a big sign here that says Dream Maker. The secret to success, do the work. As I'm sitting here, I just want to say thank you to everyone that leaves a 5-star review or a review in general, anywhere on whatever platform you're watching and listening to. What's cool about that is when you do that, it gets pushed up in the algorithm system, and other people that may have never heard of who we are or what we do or the value we bring, they see it, and then they click on it, and then hopefully they gain some insight. Takes you about a minute to do. If you could take a minute and do that, pause this and do that real quick, just give a quick blurb, 5 stars, and come back, that would be amazing. Another cool thing, and I talk about this all the time because I do this to my wife, to my buddies, to people I care about. If I'm listening to a podcast show and something hits, up at that top right section, there's a share this episode section, and I share the episode with them. And I give them some context. Maybe it's like, hey man, minute 15 to 17 really hit. I think this could help you out. And that shows them that you're looking out for them and thinking about them. Feels pretty good, by the way. How many people send you messages like that? So today, I'm still massively overwhelmed in a good way with all the positive messages we're getting from the DM event in Nashville, how much money we've raised for charity. We're over $756,000 now. It's absolutely amazing. I'm flooded with emotions in a positive way. It's amazing to think that some small town hillbilly kid from Baltimore, Ohio, Thurston, Ohio, was able to get 300 people in a room of amazing, badass people that not had to be there, wanted to be there, paid to be there, invest their time and money to be there, to change their life. And by doing so, it changes my life. Because it's really neat to see every single person in there, to get to know them, get to understand what makes them tick, get to understand, watch them grow. It's the best job I have. I'm invested in a lot of different companies, a lot of different things. Some work amazing, some don't work so well. But I can tell you this, the thing that fills my cup with great joy, and it's one of those things you would do for free just because you love doing it, is helping good people do good work and grow. To watch them overcome obstacles, to push forward when they don't want to push forward, and to message me or call me or whatever, however we connect, and give me, like, you changed my life, dude. Here's what happened. That is the best. That's why I do this podcast show. I think this is number 173 or 4. I don't even know what episode this is. I've been doing podcast shows for a long time. You're going to see over the next 12 months, I'm going to really ramp it up and do some really cool stuff to expand it. My network is growing, which means if my network growing and you're in the network, your network's growing. So a lot of people I have the DM Alliance, DM family. We have hundreds of people in the DM communities. And one thing, if you've ever felt lost, unfocused, not sure of the direction, that anxiety where you're like, dude, I'm doing all this work, I'm just not seeing the results, and I'm not sure why. You've always heard me say data, not drama. I don't just say that to be a dick to other people. I say it to myself, Evans, data, not drama. I can't quantify. I'm working hard. What does that mean? I'm not seeing results. What does that mean? What is your quantifiable data? Data will set you free. It will give you direction. It will let you know if you need to hire, fire, go harder, dig deeper. Is it a short-term problem or a long-term problem? Is it a blip in the moment or is it, we got to shut this thing down? That's what data will do. But I created a list here before I hopped on this podcast show. Like I said, I'm sitting here in the office by myself, smoking a stick. And I was like, I want to give you like tactical information. And this may be a little bit deeper than I normally do, like meaning like a little bit more tactical where you got to stop, write it down, or ideally if you're working out or walking like I do when I'm listening to podcast shows, you might want to listen to the show now. And then when you sit down, kind of go back to the show and listen to it and pause it and write down the stuff I'm going to share with you because I do know it will help you. Why do I know? Well, this is exactly what I do when I get overwhelmed, frustrated, anxious, pissed off, ready to kill everybody and destroy every business and everything, right? We all do this, so don't think you're alone. I still do this, and the truth is, I just went through this exercise last week, and I shared it with the DM community, and I'll share it with you here today. So first things first, picture just a piece of paper, old school piece of paper. I personally like to do paper and pen on this exercise, not computer, because it gets you in front of your computer. Get away from that fucking thing for a minute, right? Pen and paper, go sit somewhere, turn on the music, relax, and let's get to work. The first thing I ask myself, what do I want? No. What do I really want? See, the thing is, a lot of us have a tendency to say what we think other people want to hear what we want. I'm talking deep down inside. And I know you. I know the audience. What we want is we want to get massively wealthy. We want to change our lives, our families and friends' lives, and most importantly, financially, I want to change my life and everything else. But a lot of people don't talk about this because it's not politically correct, whatever the fuck that means. I have never been, never will be PC. I will be real. And oftentimes with social media, podcast shows, and everything else going on, we get lost on what we want. We see what others have, but we forget what we have. We see what others have or so we think they have, and it derails us, it sidetracks us, it gets us overwhelmed. Makes you feel like you're behind the 8 ball. You're at in your life for a reason. There's nothing you can do about the past, but we can do something about today and moving forward, right? But what do you really want? And once you really identify that, and I really want you to think about that because I want you to answer the next question. Sean mentioned this as well. Who do I need to become to get that life? See, teaching business owners and real estate investors and all this stuff, this shit is a math equation, i.e. data. If you want to make $1 million a year net, the average business needs to make about 5 million gross. So if you're sitting there making $1.5 million in your business and you're pissed off beyond belief because you can't get to the $1 million, well, it's just you're in the wrong vertical or you're not playing big enough. It's not that the money's not there. It's just you're not playing in the right league. You're playing peewee football, not even junior high, not even high school, not even college, not even NFL. There's levels to the game. But besides the levels, it's math. How can you make $1 million net a year if you're only grossing 1.5? Staff, overhead, products, COGS, all this stuff, cost of goods sold, etc. You maybe make $200,000 or $300,000. And yet you're sitting there, you're pissed off. You're like, dude, it ain't working. No, it's working exactly how it's supposed to be. The only thing that's not working is you going from 1.5 to 5 million. It's not all the other shit. It sounds like it's working. If you have those baseline numbers of 20% on average net profit. There's a lot of pieces inside of that for scaling and growing, right? Hiring, marketing, systems, ops, etc. But that's to be expected. Because if you're doing $1.5 million a year, it's not how you run a business doing $100,000 a year. It's different levels, different structures, different people to grow. Make a list. Who do you need to become to have that life? I was mentoring this guy back in the day. Good dude, 30 years old. He's about 5 years in the game. He has his house free and clear, his shop's free and clear, has a lot of inventory free and clear, and yet the guy is a ball of emotions. As we all are. He holds so much emotional weight with what's in his bank account. So if he has $5 million in the bank account today, he's happy-go-lucky. But if he has $100,000 in the bank account or less, he's ready to rip heads off. Everyone's after him, against him. You don't understand. It's hard. It's tough. Dude, it's so bad. I'm going to lose everything. Okay. How does that make you feel? See, what got us to where we're at isn't going to get us to where we want to go. That's why that question's so powerful. Who do I need to become to get what I want? I don't want you to go through the struggle of just figuring it out, through the brute force effort. Put thought to this and grow it on purpose. That's what I want for you. But as I see him do this, he doesn't realize he has a free and clear assets. He has millions of dollars of inventory. And the real true problem for him is not that he doesn't have money. It's just the money's not in the bank account. It's on his walls in inventory. See, when he started, maybe he had $50,000 of inventory on the walls and $20,000 in the bank. And then as you grow, if you don't understand inventory control or management, you could get lopsided on cash versus inventory. And then what's your cycle of inventory? How quickly are you turning it? And then, oh, by the way, when you turn the inventory, are you holding any back for cash? Or are you buying more inventory to keep the walls filled? There's no right or wrong to this, but I can tell you this. I guess there is a wrong. If you go cash poor and you're in stress mode 24/7, you will die at a young age. So stop it. And what sucks about that is not only are you hurting yourself, not only are you desperate all the time to make a sell. Yes, you can say, I do this, I want to help people. Motherfucker, you're trying to help yourself right now. And I get it, you need to. But guess what? You can help a lot more people, including yourself, if you would stop playing the game the way you've been playing it. See, we're great liars to ourselves. Everything's great. And secretly, you're about to jump off the bridge, right? Who are you talking to? Who's in your circles? This is why great mentors and great coaches and great masterminds are powerful for this shit. You don't need to have 100 people in your group. You need one quality person you can talk to that's not judging you, that's guiding you, that's been there, done that, and give you better tools to succeed. But let's do this. In 5 years from now, let's go a little deeper on this. In 5 years from now, I'm going to ask a question. And whatever number pops up, that's the number. So you ready? Here we go. In 5 years from now, how much cash do you want to see in your bank account when you log in? Cash. Let's say $10 million. Lots of people love shooting low and saying 10 million. $10 million in 5 years is $2 million net per year that you need to put in the coffers. Let me ask you a question. How do you figure on accomplishing that with what you're doing today? Maybe it's possible. Maybe it's not. But you know what? Data doesn't lie. We do. See, the thing is, if you own a burger joint on the corner of the main drag and it's crushing it, and you're making $500,000 net a year, how much harder do you have to crush it to net $2 million a year cash after taxes for the next 5 years? Well, I'll give you the answer. You can't. It's tapped out. It's crushing it already. Okay, maybe you could move this or do that or add this, but it's only going to give you a 5, 10, 20% bump in revenue. But if I look at the same business and my goal is 10 million net cash, and I know the game, I'm crushing it, I'm earning a great living, but I want to get way wealthier for many reasons, I'm going to start looking at that business a lot different. I want to see, what am I doing that's my secret sauce? Do I have a location? Do I have, personality business? Do I have great product? Do I have all of the above? Culturally, are we on point? Am I great at marketing through social, using influencers and having people come here? Is it a destination place? What is it? What is my secret sauce? I'm going to invest a lot of mind time on that, because my mind time is going to be, how many locations do I need to either create or sell like a franchise model to accomplish this goal, to have $2 million on average per year in my bank account, net profit, sitting, earning 5% interest. I'm not worried about the interest. I'm not about earning. I'm talking, how much do you want to wake up and have in 5 years? What is the number? Same hamburger joint on the corner. The only difference is I see it different now because I'm focused on what I'm truly looking for. I'm still going to do the work. I'm still going to take care of what, the main thing. But to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish, I have to start looking at bigger opportunities. And in this case, maybe franchising or adding more locations, understanding my numbers better, hiring a general manager to run multiple locations. There's investments that might be required. Year one, you might have zero in the bank. But my long-term goal, my vision, my data is showing me that the investment today, taking that money out of the account today, the investment today, that 500 grand is going to turn into the $10 million in the future, because I have data backing up this. Now, could it go wrong? Yes. It's called life. Of course it could. But I can tell you this, if you don't do something, you can't accomplish that $10 million number if that's the number. And I'm using this as an example. I've got the great privilege of hanging out with a guy. Hopefully I'll get him on the podcast show. Not yet, because he's going through some pretty cool stuff. And in 2 years, he's built a company generating $12 million a year. He's going to sell the company for large 9 figures in 5 years or less. It will literally change his life and many other people's lives on the exit. In 5 years, he's going to have a multi-9-figure exit. In the same vertical he's in, just in a different lens. He has his money goggles on, because he has big goals. He has a plan. He's 40 years old. By 42, he will exit. What is your number? What is your play? What is your goal? What does that look like? Who do you have to become to accomplish that? And then what does the data show you? See, if you can't correlate the data, I can't get, I work hard. Okay, cool. We all do. You don't understand, it's hard. Okay. Some days do suck, but it's pretty easy. I mean, we're really kind of just on the phone, making phone calls, going out in the projects. Like, is it really that hard? And not only that, what does hard even mean? You don't understand. I don't understand what. See, the thing is your emotions are controlling your behavior to keep you stuck in the patterns you're stuck in. I get it. Last week, I was having these same thoughts, guys. I'm 28 plus years in business, and I still deal with the same bullshit that you deal with. So don't think it ever goes away. The truth is, the only difference is I catch it sooner. I don't soak in it. I don't sorrow, oh, poor me, it sucks. I might do that for about a nanosecond. As soon as I feel it creeping in, I grab my pen and paper, I go out to the treehouse and I start writing what I'm sharing with you. That's what I do. Maybe you want to have not 10 million in cash. Maybe you want to have $10 million in equity, $10 million in assets. Maybe you want to exit a company for $100 million in the next 5 years. I don't know. But it's not my job to know what you want. How the hell can I know what you want if you don't know what you want? But the cool thing is that's why you're here listening to these kind of podcast shows, to gain insights and clarity. This is where it starts getting fun. You having fun? Because this is fun. Because when you grasp what I'm sharing with you, and when you really understand the mindset and the clarity you'll gain from this, you'll realize you're not that far away. Even though sometimes it feels so far away, you know at least where you're going. You have a direction. You have vision. So I want you to then, on the piece of paper, write down, what assets do I have? Or in essence, take stock. Data. For example, how much cash do I have available immediately right now? How many houses, cars do I have? How much do I owe on them and what are they worth? Do I have any insurance policies? If so, what's the cash value? Are they tappable? Can I tap them? Do I have any IRAs, 401ks, etc.? Can I tap into them? These are assets, what I'm going to share with you. My email database. How big is it? When's the last time I tapped it? Who's the top 100 on my email, my phone calls, text list? Who do I text and call? Who's on my top 100 connections? That's an asset. Social media. What handles do I have into my posting? And when I do post, what kind of shit am I posting? Am I posting funny memes? Or am I posting opportunities and growth and extraction? Do I run or manage any groups, or am I part of any groups that I can give insights to create exposure, to create conversations? That's an asset. To be honest with you, I believe, and I've shared this before, I'm 46 now. I believe I'm the best generation in the world because I have both sides of the world. I have pre-internet. I don't really think I got on the internet until I was like 18, 19 years old. Like when I literally worked, you actually had to door knock to get business, put flyers in the Walmart parking lots on cars and get chased out of there because you're loitering. Call me for gutter jobs. What do you need? What do you need? What do you need? Posting bandit signs all over the town. Every job I do, I put a sign in the front yard. Everyone's wearing a rainbow spouting t-shirt. Everyone's got business cards. The truck is huge with rainbow spouting. Every neighbor in the neighborhood within a 20 house, like within both left, right, front, back, would know that we're in town doing the neighbor's house. Because we knocked on the door, we had a conversation, we posted a flyer or a door hanger. Now, people just, I did a post and no one liked it. Weak. However, it's an asset because you post consistently. All right? I always have it saying you're either consistent or non-existent. These are assets. These are things you need to take stock of. What do you got? Do I have inventory? What do I have that has value? That if I need to tap into, I can. And I will. Home equity line of credit. Properties free and clear. Investment properties. Cars sitting free and clear. Shit, boats that I forgot I don't even use anymore. Get rid of the dead weight. They're liabilities, not assets at that point. What assets do you have? And then you're like, cool, man, what do I do with that? Well, that's why the next question is important. Where is my value to the market? How can I make a lot of money in any market or my market? What I'm talking about here is be resourceful. Every true player I know in the game of life is the most resourceful mofo I've ever met. You must be resourceful. Solve other people's problems. You will get whatever you want in life. I promise you that. Example. I'm really good at finding deals. A lot of things on social media, people actually send me deals that I've never met in person, but they follow me on social. And they're like, hey, man, I have a 3-bed, 2-bath house. It's worth $250. I can get it for $120. Needs $40,000 work. Is there any opportunity here? Send me details. Instead of no, and or even worse, don't even respond. Connection. Maybe that's not the deal, but maybe the other one is. Connect. I'm good at finding money, or maybe I have money. Right? Maybe you're like, dude, I have money. Cool. You're an amazing resource to the right person. If you understand how to make money with that money. If you understand what their problems are and what they're willing to pay to solve them. Learn. How? You ask them. Hey, dude, you need $120 for the house. What's that worth to you? I have the cash. What do you want to pay? What do the terms look like? And where's the opportunity? Let's go. They'll tell you. Now, you don't have to agree to it, but they'll tell you where their head's at. And if it makes sense, and or you know how to negotiate, and or you know how to protect yourself, get involved and make some money. Start chipping away. What's your value? Every single person listening to my voice has massive value. Don't assume people are like you at all. You're sitting here listening to a podcast that everyone else could listen to, but why aren't they? Some people are busy. Some people are just don't even know it exists. That's why you need to share it on social media. That's why you need to share it. But in all seriousness, you're very valuable. And listen, depending what season of life you're in right now, you might think you're not valuable at all to anybody. I had a call yesterday with a grown man. And the phone call started off with him bawling. Now, I've been in business long enough to know what that means. He's got bad news to tell me, and I already know what the bad news is. He can't pay me. But after he pulled himself together and we talked man to man, he knows how to find deals. He knows how to get access to money. But he's been so deep into the problem, he couldn't figure out how to get out of the problem. And it's simple. Just shift your focus to a solution. So if you're in the season of failing and season of losses, right now, a lot of people are taking L's, me included. You're almost like, dude, I hate humans right now. I'm going to go get a goldfish. Right? But I'm not going to stop. What season are you in? Are you focused more on the problem or focused more on the solution? And then what was interesting, he told me, he's like, dude, I'm going to go get a job for $2,000 a week. Now, some of you listen to me like, oh my God, that's $100,000 a year. That is nothing compared to what this guy's made before. And what he owes is millions of dollars. And he genuinely says he wants to pay everyone back. Well, listen, you can't pay everyone back making $2,000 a week. It's impossible. Again, go to the math. Here's what I told him. I swear, this is what I did. I almost went bankrupt twice. This is exactly what I did on my second almost bankruptcy. I minimized my life so minimal. I moved in a $600 apartment, efficiency apartment. Every waking dollar I made, I put back into the business, marketing, to get more money to pay people. A couple years of my life was deep in the trenches. I was generating millions of dollars at one point living in an efficiency apartment. No shame in my game, because the only fucking game I'm playing is my game. Now, I don't know what game you want to play. I don't know what game you're even in. But you got to pick one and know it and execute accordingly. I'm willing to do the work. I hope you are too. I'm willing to go above and beyond what is to be expected. And I hope you are too. It's not always easy, but it is 100% worth it. And then I want to dig deeper here with you. My value and his value is he knows how to find deals. He knows how to find money. Put them together, get paid, go to the next deal. Find deal, find money, get paid, go to the next deal. Hey, this guy's got a deal. I know how to get the money. Put the two together, get paid, go to the next deal. That's value. Everyone wins. You win, your buyer wins, your money guy wins, the partner you want. Everyone wins. Are you focused on the problem or are you focused more on the solution? Just because you're getting punched in the face doesn't mean you change what you're good at. Maybe, this is exactly what I told him, maybe you go into a different market. Because the thing is you think everyone hates you, you think everything's bad, and the truth is very, very, very few amount of people actually even know who the fuck you are. But yet, I can tell you that until I'm blue in the face, and you might hear it, but you won't really believe it because your actions will prove me right. So if that's the case, shift into a different market. The beautiful thing with the interworld web we got here is you could literally do business anywhere in the world. I could be sitting here in Ohio doing deals in any part of the world. So can you. With that thing you think is a phone, the supercomputer in your hand, computer at your office, wherever. It's opportunity everywhere. Next question. What's your biggest stressors? Is it people in your life? Maybe it's people you've hired and you know you've hired wrong, or you overhired and now you haven't released some people back into the workforce because you're afraid to for whatever reason. The truth is you just don't have data to back up the decision maybe, but you will after this episode, or you'll start working on it at least. Maybe it's a stressor is the business that you're in. It was working, now it's not, and you're trying to hold on for dear life, and it's just not working. And not only that $10 million number we talked about earlier, if that was your number, ask yourself, can that business get you there? If not, well, you got to make a decision. Oftentimes, you have to release to get. Release the shit you don't want to get more of what you do want. Because you know what's interesting about that? The shitty stuff takes the majority of your time. Why the stuff that's pumping and cranking and creating some money and creating some time and creating some joy gets very little of your time. Reverse the percentages. Most of your time, if not all of your time, how do I spend it on doing the things I absolutely love to do? And listen, I'm not saying it's always easy and it's always fun, but like I know I love to do it ultimately. And it's going to help me accomplish my goals. It's going to get to me where I want to go. And it's what I got to do today. Maybe it's a business partner. Maybe you got to have a conversation with your spouse. I need some grace, hon. Shit's not going my way right now. I need you to love me. I need you to support me. I need you to dial it in with me. I need you to have shit ready. Please don't ask me what I want for dinner. I'll eat whatever right now. Shit, the truth is I don't have time to eat. I'm going to work. I'm doing it because I love you. I'm not trying to avoid you. I'm here if you need me. Communication. You know what a big stressor for me was last week? Clarity. It was foggy for me last week. A lot of fogginess. And really what it came down to is I came off of the event, and my team, my main assistant, Kim, she was off for a week. I have other team members that are kind of like moving around, off, et cetera, because they're doing some stuff. And I just didn't have good data to relieve some stress for me. I was like, dude, shit, maybe nothing's working. You know, like if you're a real business owner, right? We want to like shut everything down, fire everyone today, 20 times a day. I was kind of cloudy. Now that piece doesn't happen as often, but that's what I was dealing with last week. It's okay to get sidetracked. It's okay to be unclear sometimes, but the key is how quickly can you catch it? Don't let this shit linger. Don't dig a rut so deep you can't see the light. What's interesting about this, what I'm talking and sharing with you right now, some of you love doing this shit. You love staying in the pain. Why? Because you know how to deal with it. I was talking with this other guy I shared with you earlier. I call it the hero mentality. You get to the edge, and then boom, you figure out how to solve the problem. You're a hero to your own story that you created. But guess what? It's coming for you again. And when those pain points happen, a lot of people actually know how to deal with it. That's why they keep dealing with it. It's like people that get in abusive relationships, multiple abusive relationships. How does that happen to someone so many times? I know they don't want to do it, but they keep doing it. They know how to deal with it. It might be a little dramatic over the top, but that is the truth. It happens. What's your biggest stressors? And I'd go back to the top question we asked earlier. What do I really want? After you've done a lot of this discovery, what do I really want? What's my real number? This is something you might need to do daily, weekly, at least once a month, just to keep on track. Stay on track. Build a bigger vision. See, the thing is, a lot of people have vision. Dude, I'm going to grow the best hamburger joint in the world. But it's only one, dude. If it's so goddamn good, why isn't it all across the world? Why? It's because they have depth deprivation. They only see 12 inches in front of them. They don't see the world. When you start seeing things in a bigger picture, a bigger light, you're bigger than you're playing. You listening to my voice are bigger than you even know. The man upstairs has given you this vision, these things in your mind, not for it to go to waste, but for you to lean into it and grow. It won't be easy. It never will. But as my son said on stage in Nashville, and I tell him all the time, him and my daughter, if you want an easy life, do hard stuff. If you want a hard life, do easy stuff. If you're following me, you want an easy life. And an easy life, not just for you, but for the people you care about, we must understand hard, whatever that means to you, hard stuff must be done. It's so worth it. So what we need to do is you need to get this done, and you need to get numbers and tracking to keep you accountable to the goal. See, everyone's like, I need accountability. No, you need vision, numbers, and that's your accountability, dude. Live or die by this bitch. I said I'm going to make 10 calls a day, make 10 calls a day. Period. No excuse. Zero excuses. You said you want to make $1,000 donation a day to a charity? $1,000 a day. How many days are you doing it? It's the scorecard. Look at the fucking scorecard. Are you doing what you said you wanted? It's easy to do it when it's easy. What are you doing when you don't want to do it? When everyone's having fun, when it's on Sunday, they're watching sports, you're not, your friends are all there, your family's there, everyone's having fun, but you made a commitment to accomplish your goals. Are you easily that distracted? Are your goals for self so easy? I hope not. You need this. The people you can help need this. The people you care about want this and need this. I do know this is a great lesson. I got the paper here. As I'm talking to you, listen. That's my notebook with my notes from last Thursday. You're not above this. I'm not above. No one is. Every person I know that's doing something and moving forward deals with this. This is real. It's nothing to be ashamed of. This will give you so much clarity and just bring joy back to your life so you can enjoy the process. Understand that the pain is where the progress is made. Stay in the game. Over the next 24 months, staying power is your friend. There will be so much money made in the next 24 months. The question is, are you going to be the one helping make it for yourself? I don't know the answer, but I do know this. The DM family and the DM Alliance, $1,000 a month or $5,000 a month. These guys and gals are absolutely on the cutting edge, on the front line, literally growing, pushing, driving, clawing, whatever it takes to accomplish their vision. And if you're not a part of a group like this, you need to be. It's not cheap. That's on purpose. If you can't figure out how to get $1,000 a month, that's on you, not me. I want people that need to be in there, want to be in there, and figure out a way to get the resourcefulness to be in that kind of room. Because that's where growth happens. All this shit's online for free. Everything's online for free. Here's what I want you to do today. One, if you're interested in the DM fam or DM Alliance, shoot me a message on Instagram at Mark Evans DM and just say DM fam podcast or DM Alliance podcast. Let me know. I'll connect with you. We'll talk about it. It's not for everybody. It's for the right person. But secondly, if you're listening to me on your phone, after this is done, leave a 5-star review. And then secondly, I want you to think about this. Who is your biggest fan? Who is the person that you're thinking about right now that if you connected with, it would relieve some energy from you? It would let them know you're thinking about them, letting them know happy birthday, happy anniversary, sorry to hear about your loss, whatever it is. Send 3 video messages to them. I don't care if your hair's a mess. I don't care if you got stuff all over your face. I don't care if the backdrop setting is not perfect. Shoot them a video and let them know you're thinking about them. Say what's up. Connect with them. Go have lunch. Go do a deal with them. Go do that thing you've been putting off with them now. And I'll tell you why I share this. One, I do this every day. I have been doing this for many, 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 many years now. And I do way more than 3 typically a day, 7 days a week. Sunday night, 12:43 a.m., I get a text. Mark, ? This is so-and-so, so-and-so's wife. Okay. I get up at 4:30-ish. I don't look at my phone for about an hour or so. About 5:30, I look at my phone. I'm like, huh? A lady texting me. I tell my wife, hey, hon, down the street, neighbor's texting me. It's his wife, actually. And then we joking around, like, whatever, I'm not doing anything. But then I jokingly said, because I walk every morning, I said, hey, D, I got to shower before I take my walk today, actually. LOL. Just being goofy with her, right? So you got to have fun in life, guys. If you're not, shit, why even live? But so anyways, coming back on my walk, I get a call. It's her. She can barely talk. She's like crying like crazy for good reason. So-and-so died. I'm like, what? I was like, I just talked to him. What are you talking about? car crash, ejected, dead. A young man, 43 years old, just became a grandfather 2 months ago. Many kids, thriving business, and growing like a weed right now. Everything was working in his favor. Gone. Gone. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is, one, life is short. Live it while you're alive. And two, him and I talk all the time. I see him pretty much daily when I'm walking. He drives by, we talk for a second. He's like, "Yo, man, I got to get on your podcast show." He's starting to franchise his company out. I was like, "Dude, I'd love to have you on my podcast show." Guess what? You'll never hear him on this podcast show. We never got around to doing it. So that sucks, because I think his message could have helped people. He's not a saint. He went through some shit, paid the price. He got out. He's living. He's pushing. He's married. Some like him, some don't. That's part of life too. That's people like that with me. But I believe he's making an honest effort. That moment will never happen. Not because I didn't want to. It's just because we came too busy. We were just moving. Everyone's moving 100 miles per hour, right? Slow down for a minute. Do the things you know you need to do. Connect with the people you want to connect with. Say what's up. Say hello. Shoot a video. Use the phone. I said one of your assets is the top 100 people on your text and phone list. Call 100 people. Text a video to 100 people. Do that over this month. Share with what you're up to. Tell them what you're thinking about them. Share the show here. Tell them, listen to the show. Let's connect. If there's any opportunities, let's connect. If there's any opportunities, let's connect. Yo, man, thinking about you smoking a stogie. Check this out, man. It's an amazing stick. You ever have this stick? Hope to see you, man. You want to come over and have a stick? Whatever you say. Connect. Connect. But most importantly, connect yourself to your vision and get dialed in and enjoy the ride. So with that said, make today count. Peace.
I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. From a small town in Ohio, so I know how it is. Did not come from a lot of money. I remember as a kid, wanted to make 100 racks. Didn't see no one making more than that. Graduated high school with a 1.8. Thought they should've held me back. I hope my principals and teachers are alive just to witness this. I'm my own boss. I'm out here running 2-8-figure businesses. I can walk away from it all and I'll be good, but I've been called to help people just like y'all learn the game. It's time to ball. Everybody chasing the money, but I'm not chasing the money. I'm out here chasing the purpose. Yo, I've been working my whole life. What got us where we at isn't gonna get us where we wanna go. So it's time to push, time to learn, time to grow. I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. I'm more Kevin's DM. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. DM project.
This is the podcastfactory.com.